to have a vision and believe in something, you're going to work hard at it. And when I had my vision to get in the music business, my whole motive was to work hard at it and be the best at it. So I treated this like it was a football team. My background is athletes, for us being athletic, being on a football team. So I looked at it, well, it's going to be like a training camp. Having the artists, have the producers, have the writers, have everybody together, where they eat together and then they sleep together and they work together. And the chemistry going to sound better because the album it's going to be much fuller. Instead of somebody just talking about me, it's going to be about a variety of different things going on. And for us with the Jimmy Iovine's and Ted Fields, yeah, true enough, it was a situation where their company was on the way out, and I had an idea for us. DeathRow was going to take over and not only blow up DeathRow, but also blow up Interscope. And I just fell in that factor of the oldest game in the world. For us that I'm not a racist, and I don't look at it like that because where I grew up in Compton, we didn't have time for racism. You know, everybody was just middle class or poor. So it wasn't about rich and it wasn't about poor, it was just people. But as time goes on, people tell you it's serious racism when it comes to business. And, you know, by me being ghetto, I'm saying, no, you know, it's not like that. But in my case, it was like that. If with Jimmy Iovine, them looked at it and said, okay, Suge Knight got DeathRow Records. He got the producer, he got these artists. I mean, for Dre as a producer, he was a producer, making 25 grand maybe a year at Ruthless. When I got him out of Ruthless to be on DeathRow, he wasn't a rapper. I'm saying, okay, I can make you an artist because I was also his manager. So when Interscope seen the whole game unfold for us with Dre and Snoop, then Pac was the biggest star of all of them, and the Dog Pound and all these groups, they seen the vision, they wanted it. And you know, I wasn't, by me being a street guy, I wasn't gonna let nobody come up to me and say, I want your label, I want your groups, give it to me. Because I was the only black guy to own his masters, his catalog. And they weren't able to take it from me, but they was able to manipulate, to interfere with my contracts and get the talent. They was able to say, okay, Dre, we want you on Interscope and treat you better, give you more money. That would have been fine, but what they would do is they would give an artist money, but they would still charge it back to me. And I think one of the situations is that they was able to pull their scheme and their ideas off by me being in prison. Because there's two things that I always say, being from the ghetto, either they're going to take the money from you, which you'll be an OJ, and if they can't take the money from you, they take you from the money. The only way they take you from the money is by you dying, deaf, or in prison. In my case, it's prison. So it's definitely a lot of situations that it's an eye-opener that people really got to learn from, not my mistakes, but the way I was treated. And then if you look at a person before you judge me, you got to look at it with the situation that was brought to me.